Thank you very much. Today we are with Bo from Everstake, part of the operations team. And so we are going to be talking about their participation inside of the Enterprise Node Operators program.
Hi guys, and thank you for the invite.
Thank you very much for being today with us. Can you introduce yourself and talk us about Everstake?
Yeah, so first of all, thank you for the invite. My name is Bohdan, but you can call me Bo. I am a CEO of Everstake, is a Chief Operation Officer. Everything related to operation, management, the company as a whole, I like on my side. So Everstake is a staking validation platform working on an infrastructure, everything related to staking, RPC, infrastructure, everything that's stakeable, you can stake with us. Basically the same as doing all other operators. Yeah.
There is a possibility that the people looking at this video is their first time having a general idea of probably Web3 or blockchain or whatever it is happening on this ecosystem. So how would you explain the role of a node operator to a 5-year-old?
Oh yeah, it's a common question. Let's just a couple sentences about Everstake in general. We started almost 6 years ago, and during the whole time, some guys asking the same question, especially how you explain all this to for grandmas, for example. But basically, it's pretty easy stuff. As soon as you understand how it works, you can explain to everyone, I guess. The main thing, if you're talking about 5 years old child, and it have to be as simple as possible. So validator is a company or is a person who want to secure a network. So you somehow have to be reliable in some system. As for example, if you're talking about a bank, or in case of 5 years old child, we're talking about something like a kindergarten. Yeah. So validator, it could be some teacher who in kindergarten who store and secure your toys, or some stuff, or some guy from a kitchen who preparing you some food and something like that. So if there is no validator on a network, on a system, or on kindergarten, it means there is nothing to do for all these guys, all these kids. So basically, I guess is a vital role for us, for validators, not for only Everstake, but for everyone else who have a system, because we cannot be alone. We cannot have network with only Everstake on board. We have to have more and more. The more the better, in my opinion. And the same with kindergarten, with all these 5 years child. If they have more teachers or more guys who secure their toys, who secure their life in a kindergarten, for them it will be funnier, better, faster. Everything will be easier for them, I guess. So it's the best. So if I can speak shorter, with 5 years old kid, better to say that it's someone who give you a toys, who give you some snacks, and who help you to live more funnier life.
Why do you think it is important, the role of a node operator inside of a blockchain network?
Oh yeah, it's an interesting question. But I have to share a little bit of story of all this. In the very beginning, our first network, in the case of Everstake, was EOS blockchain. I remember that at that time, I can say that we don't know how everything works, how to work properly. In some case, we know how to be professional, we know how to run a node, but we don't know how to interact with other validators, how we have to work together, and etc. And at that time, it was hard to connect with others. It's hard to be to build some validator community and work together. But as soon as first fuck up comes in, as soon as it was some network stop or some troublestone, I don't remember, but everyone's immediately starting creating some chats or some governance chats to talk about everything, to how to fix everything, and so on. So I guess, in my not only my personal opinion, but everyone around, especially validators, knows that if there is more validator, the better, because for us, a professional validator, it's better when you have around us the same professional validators to fix everything if something happened. If there is no validator, that who else can fix all these problems that might happen in the network? And we're talking not about some chains like Solana that we have problem every week, but it also can be happened in some regular networks. So yeah, so the main point is that we need validators, we need more professional validators, and all of us, have to have some validator community and interact each others together, help each other, and share more information. If someone fix something, you have to share with others. You have to explain how you do that, and you have to build something that can prevent to have the same problem with others. So yeah. So in simple words and if in short form, it's very important, and it's something without like validators, there is no network. So it's like heart of the blockchain, I guess, in case of infrastructure.
Got it. Well, probably following this idea and knowing that you are like taking this role as professional node operator, we know that there is a wide variety of networks existing in the Web3 ecosystem. So why did you choose NIR protocol as one of the networks that you are running as node operator?
Oh yeah. So it was maybe almost 3 years ago, even maybe more. And at that time we have only maybe up to 10 networks in our portfolio. And of course, for us, like company, it's interesting to have some more networks to increase our portfolio. Not only about it's not only about the money to receive more rewards, but also about have more experience in some networks, and then it can help us to have more like open doors for other chains as well. If we have like more like range of our portfolio. And talking about NIR, it was a couple of points. First point, and it could be illogical in some way for someone, but half of founders in case of NIR, it's like Ukrainian team, like some Ukrainian guys, and of course we know them. And as soon as we see that some like, if I might say like that, in some Ukrainian project like here, we have to do it. Like, does not matter. Like, we have to at least try. And at that time, it was something like interesting in case of new technology. It was interesting for us, and especially if we if I come back from that time, like for now, for all these like years, I see like good traction in case of users, what they do with the community, how community growing, how ecosystem growing, and how projects appear around like NIR. So, and in the very beginning, it was logical that something might happen, something interesting is coming. So that's why for us, for like a validator, it was very important to join such network. And also, we already at that time we had some experience with like a Polygon and with Ethereum, of course, because one of the main chain for us is Ethereum, of course. And for us, it's very important to share some knowledge that we already have. Yeah, in the very beginning, it was hard in case of running validator nodes, because it was like you have documentation, you know how everything works, but you have to connect with others and work together. But in case of NIR, it was great. So yeah, that's why NIR one of the like top priority blockchain in our portfolio in case of validation. So that's why.
So, and once that you are participating as a validator, because as you mentioned, you has been like been participating from previous year in the validator set. Why now jumping into the enterprise node operators program? Why did you decide to participate in the enterprise node operators program? And if you can share us some of your plans inside of the NIR ecosystem through this program.
Yeah, so let me explain in general what is Everstake in case of company, because we're talking not only about like validation and infrastructure. Of course, our main role is running a like node, secure the network, and do everything great in case of infrastructure. But also we have to find more stakers for us, of course, and in most cases they don't know how to stake, what it is, how it works in general. And the second our role is just to educate community, explain them how to stake, what is staking, what is NIR, what is other blockchain, why is the difference NIR between Cosmos or whatever, yeah. And in some like couple of years ago, we decided that we have to build some additional let's say team who have to work with the community only and try to engage community more. Sometimes maybe I don't like word steal, but engage community come from like Cosmos or like from other chains, other communities into like NIR or whatever, and explain them why it's different, why is like some case better, some case worse or whatever. And at that time we built some like portion we take some part of the team and totally different teams that we call them like community managers, but like blockchain managers, and their main job to engage and educate community how to do everything in case of blockchain, what they can do. It's not about like some, I don't know, airdrops, and not about the price of the assets, but also about the value that they can receive in case of secure as a network. So first point, it was about infrastructure and secure network. Second point is it was educate community. After we done this job quite well, I guess, because we like right now on hundreds of articles, depends on like for near ecosystem as well, also like hundreds of videos about it. We had some conversation with the Near Foundation, I guess, at that time, and we started try to onboard new validators in a Near ecosystem. I guess it was, I don't know, year and a half ago when it was a part of but when Near Foundation wanted to increase in a set of validators, and it was one of the main role, and Everstake one of the validators who helped with that. I remember our DevOps team worked hard to build some like test, like exam for them. They also doing some like activities, some like mostly test, and like just have to explain. We have to explain them how to do the job best, and for them they can also can be like more professional in case of Near and can run their validator nodes. After that time we have like full set like with the infrastructure, with the new validators that come in, and we help them, and also with the new customers in case of ecosystem. So for us this was very important to like cover all this. In case of enterprise operator program, for us it was very interesting to also help the community. Mostly we start as we're doing right now, and our head of communication of Near ecosystem, she doing like a great job in case of articles, video, and everything that we want to like engage and explain to the community. Also some part of the job is to explain and like try to persuade some wallets who don't support some staking yet to implement staking and just do some liquid or just regular staking. So yeah, it's some main job in this way. Mostly working with the community, of course. Yeah.
Pretty cool, pretty interesting, everything that you're sharing with us. So also like following this idea, there was a recent announcement from part of Near Protocol, Near Foundation, and I think mostly proper to Ilya, the CEO of Near Foundation, that Near is becoming the decentralized AI infrastructure for developing the future of internet. What do you think about that?
I guess it's a very good move. Not because of everyone talking about AI right now, but also about I have as for example, I have one guy who like a quite strong developer. He has his own company and they building some AI stuff, but they like know nothing about crypto. And like every like I don't know month or week when we meet together, he's saying something like, "Oh, like nice," and we like crypto is something cool, but I don't know how to like interact with. I don't know how to do something like together. And from my side, I can explain him because I'm not a technical person, but if I can like just take his hand and bring his like Near Foundation whatever and say that like just check this, it could be like some part of new like developers who come from AI like into like crypto and can do something like together just because they can receive some support. And it can be technical support in case of Near, because I cannot give technical support. I can explain how it works, but that's all, unfortunately. So the main thing that it can bring new users. If these new users can receive some support, so I guess it's like it's a win-win. These guys can be connected, they connected can receive some support, and then can do something new, especially in case of Near ecosystem. And I like nothing to add more here, yeah.
Okay, yeah, it seems exciting to think what can come from this AI blockchain myths that is being presented on the protocol. Surely, well, validators will be there like always, but things can change.
I hope so.
Yeah, when you have like the basis of what you're developing, what becomes like the Estrada and the Jetpack for the people is what are you building on top of it.
Yeah.
So these AI blockchain based projects could be really interesting in the coming years.
Yeah. Of course.
So for the last question that we have is there is something that we missed to say during this question, something that you want to share additional to what we has been previously talking?
Like actually, some time ago, I like first like surfing on Twitter, and I saw more and more people are talking about some abstract stuff that we have to take like abstract some blockchain from a general user, from a UX totally, and just forget about like they using like some blockchain near Cosmos or whatever, and just use it. And like I just want to add that it's quite interesting point, because for some guys even this 5 years old boy will be much easier. Don't think about how to interact with the blockchain, just do it, and it's much easier for them. And looking at what like Near Foundation doing for the last like weeks, months, and you see all this 100,000 of new customers, like better to say like clients of the community coming into community, and it's always growing. It's a good stuff to implement all these points, because in most things people don't know how to do it, and we have to educate them. If you like meet some random guy and told him that they have to use blockchain, for first things that they think about is like, oh no, what it means is too complicated, and it's like but we can avoid it. As soon as we can avoid it, as soon as we can educate community, this should be like much better. And we like from our side, from Everstake, we try to do it. Like we try doing each particular chain, each ecosystems we have. If we see something interesting from like one ecosystem, we can bring it like to second one. For us, it's like for validator, it's our main job. So yeah. In cases like last things that I want to say, I want to say thank you for all this enterprise validator operator program, because it's very like interesting for us like validator. We see some potential, we know how to do, how we can help, and very thankful Metapool, because they like you're supporting us. We always have some good talks on some Twitter spaces, like in face to face as well. So yeah, thank you so much.
Oh, thank you, and thank you to the whole Everstake team for being here and for also participating inside of the Enterprise Node Operator Pro.
Awesome.
So, thank you.